What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys exactly where is the bottom for Bitcoin going to be during this dump. If this is something you're interested in, make sure you stick around to the end of this video. And I do have to apologize for not posting a video ever since New Year's. I have been sick for the better part of this year and I have only just recovered. Like, I was feeling kind of short of breath. Definitely not in a state to do lots of talking. Even right now, I have to take a lot of breathers here and there. So do forgive me for that. Before we dive right in though, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, like I've been sharing like exactly what Bitcoin is going to do like on my Twitter because I couldn't post any videos. And if you guys just want the latest market updates as well as any coins that I might be looking at, make sure you check out the Twitter. This is where I'm sharing sneak peeks into the private Discord as well. Like seriously, like even if you don't join, like even if you don't follow the Twitter, at least follow the announcement channels, right? This is absolutely free and it gives me a way to keep you guys updated if I'm not able to make a video because it does take quite some time to make a video. So seriously, please, like I'm not telling you guys to follow the Twitter for like my own benefit. Like I'm sure there's an element of that as well, but really more for you guys, like seriously. So now that that is out of the way, let's get into Bitcoin, right? If you guys watched the video that I posted like before Christmas, like about Christmas time, you will understand that I was looking for a liquidity hunt here and that's exactly what we got. And then I said that the market would not, like I drew this trend line, right? I drew these lines before, like I have not changed these lines in a while, okay? And I was saying that until we gotten a liquidity hunt, because over here you have equal lows, until you got to that, the market is not going to continue upwards. And since then, I have changed my opinion a little bit. Now, I believe that until we hit 40k or 39.6k, I don't think the market is going to continue with its bull trend. I don't think this is going to be the bottom. In fact, these two levels might not be the bottom as well. So I'm going to discuss exactly where the bottom is going to come in at. And I just want you guys to remember, right, throughout this whole month, we have been absolutely killing it in the private Discord group. We have been playing every move right and we're making money literally every single day. Like if you just want to not get confused or get caught off guard by, a move like this and you suddenly feel like you're losing money, if you don't want to get caught in that, join the private Discord group. I don't mean to shill this or like, oh, I'm only going to share stuff in the private Discord group. But, fact of the matter is I can't make a video every day, especially if I get sick or something. Over here, you're going to get access to the trading course as well. That's where you're going to learn how to take your trading game up to the next level. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out. You can follow along with all of my trades as well. But for now, promise there's not going to be any more shills or promos anymore. We're just going to stick fully to the video from now on. So first thing that you need to understand is that you have a lot of confluence at this 40k level. And by the way, this right here, this is something that I drew like months ago, like at this point right here. At this point right here, so 2 months ago, like you can feel free to go watch my longer, like Bitcoin longer term outlook. I drew this, back then, and so far it's playing out really, really well. I promise I have not changed these trend lines at all since making that video, and at the moment it's still playing out really, really nicely. So if you look at the Bollinger Bands on the weekly, right, where does this end up at? 39k, right? Fair point. So like I could give you a few more other indicators as well to determine this. If I turn on the mean reversion channels, right, you can see that, Bitcoin, like right at about 39k, that's a lot of confluence over there. Now I'm going to borrow this little segment from Rect Capital. Now, like I'm fully shouting this out. I am not like, trying to use this without any fair behavior or whatever, right? Check this guy out on Twitter. He is really, really good at what he does. Sign up for his newsletter. And, I'm not being paid to say this. I'm just using this piece of data. So I feel like it's fair that I shout this guy out. If you guys want a really, really, really good newsletter, right, check this guy out. But otherwise, this red line right here is the 0.236 of the logarithmic Bitcoin growth curve, right? It just so happens to line up at 40k, right? We just lost the 382 at the yellow line right here as support, which we thought like over here, right, it was really good support, but we lost this. Right, so now we look at the 236 lines up as well, yeah? And then further on, if we bring up the VPVR indicator, which shows like where is the volume located at, let me just put back the logarithmic chart. So if we just take a look at this, right, you can see that there is a very significant, just gap in volume, right? If you take a look at the VPVR, which leads us down, like when volume starts picking up again, take a look at where you're at, right? You're at 40K, right? And again, there's just so many factors of confluence that points towards, us heading towards 40K to the high 30Ks, right? And so you're definitely going to want to pay attention to that, right? If you are trying to trade this right now, I would highly suggest taking your profits quickly. And if you're not trading this right now, if you're an investor, right, definitely start buying in right now, because you seriously don't want to be, this guy, right? Oh, I'll buy when it dips, it'll go lower, right? It's always good. Like, nobody knows where's the exact bottom. I can tell you where the exact bottom is going to be, but we might not get there, right? And so, start accumulating, start buying some, right? If you have 100% of your capital, maybe deploy 10% of your capital here. The lower it goes, deploy more. That's how dollar cost averaging works, and that is how every smart trader, including the whales who have billions and billions of dollars, that's how they're doing it as well. So dollar cost average, don't try to catch the bottom. I know it's fun catching bottoms, but you might not get it, right? I would rather, have an averaged out position than missing the bottom entirely and just watching the market pump. You feel me? So start accumulating here, right? So back to the topic of where the bottom is going to be, right? In my opinion, it is going to come in somewhere between 4,800, right? These two levels, definitely, right? So if I had, let's say 100% of my capital, I would put in, maybe 15% on each of these levels, right? So that's 30% deployed. And then I will put in some more at 38,000, right? If you get here again, I will put in another 20%, right? So this is going to give us somewhat of a 50% capital deployment, right? And then at 35K, we're going to put in another 25%. I do not expect us to get to 35K. So if you do get this, like, bravo, right? Bravo. This is going to be very, very close to the exact bottom. And if we do get to 35K and 32.5K, I do expect that it's just going to be a straight wick down, and then we're going to immediately bounce by like 10 or 20%, right? That's just how liquidation events work. So if you do get these two levels, right, I want you to set limit orders, because chances are you're not going to have a lot of time to pick up these coins at these levels, right? Including these levels that I've just given you right now, right? You're probably not going to have like a lot of time to get them, right? But to be honest, right? I fully do not expect 35K to hit. So even if you deploy all your capital over here, right, that's fine as well. Again, this is not financial advice. Like, I'm just telling you what I'm going to do, okay? You do you. But this is just my opinion of how I will approach this market, especially at 4,800 and 39,600, right? This is just prime liquidity asking to be just taken out, okay? And until this liquidity is taken out, you can see that the market is already, in a state of going for sell side liquidity. And sell side liquidity basically just means, stop losses that will sell, right? Market sell. So basically long stop losses. So market has already been in a state of hunting for sell side liquidity since basically the 9th of November, right? Notice how after you take out the liquidity here, right, you get a bounce, right? After you take out the liquidity here, you get a bounce. After you take out the liquidity here, you get a bounce, right? This is just how the market makers like to do things. If you want to learn more about how all of this works, right, check out the private Discord group. I go in depth about how all of this works and how you will never get caught off guard by one of these again, right? I'm not shilling it for the sake of shilling it. Like, I genuinely think it's going to be helpful. So that's going to be the levels that I'm going to be paying attention to. And, now I'm just going to give you guys sort of like a couple of pieces, like words of advice, if you may. Understand that most of the market, right, most of retail they're very impatient, right? They expect that after they buy here, it's just going to moon, right? Or after they buy here, it has to go up, and it has to go up immediately. If you just chop around, for example, like this, right? Bitcoin has just been forming this range right here for basically the better part of the last month, right? The 30 to 40 days. A lot of retail loses interest and they get really impatient. I talked about this on Twitter yesterday, right? So many people are so eager to take bets on crypto right now, right? But just remember that Bitcoin is at a decisive point. There's no reason to take on too much risk here. Like, seriously, guys, I'm going to give you the levels right here, right? And when they do hit, don't expect them to just all of a sudden, oh, bull market's back, you're going to reverse. Doesn't work that way, right? The reason why the market makers move things so slowly is because they know retail is going to lose interest in crypto if they move it slowly, right? You want results fast, and you want results, and you want it fast. And I'm telling you, this is not how it works, right? But like, this is just not how the markets work. But if you are able to, you know, be patient, stick through with it, right? I'm telling you guys the plan right now, right? So the worst thing you can do is just head into the markets without any sort of a plan. So that's the worst thing you can do. And once you have a plan, right, you already have step one of the process down. Once you have a plan, you execute the plan and you just follow the plan, right? The plan asks for accumulating Bitcoin as well as other altcoins. Could be anything, right? Anything that you like, accumulating within these 3 levels right here. Now, the second part of the plan is to be patient, because you already have identified that this is going to be likely the bottom. Would you want to, you know, maybe after a 5% bounce, you know, you just take all your profit and say, oh, well, we're done. And then 1 month later, the market goes to pump like 50 to 100%. And you're sitting there like, oh my God, why did I take my profit so quickly? And that's why, seriously, have a plan. Figure out how long it's going to take for, you know, stuff to reverse. In my opinion, you know, we're likely going to form another range here for a month before, you know, we go upwards. But, you know, just stick to the plan, my friend. The other part that I want to talk about is the fear and greed index, right? You look at, like, historically speaking, right, throughout this entire bull run, every time we have spent significant amounts of time in the fear zone, we have always gotten some kind of a massive pump, right? Over here, long time in fear, bam. Long time in fear, bam. Extended amount of time in fear. What do you think is going to happen next after, you know, you go even lower? What do you think is going to happen next, right? Just food for thought. And another thing that I want to talk about is Bitcoin dominance. Whenever, like, before you even get into crypto, right? Like, I talk about this a lot, and I've been warning a lot about this in the private Discord group, not so much anywhere else though, is the fact that, you know, you always want to look at Bitcoin dominance before you jump into any trades, because this is going to tell you when the market is going to reverse. You look at Bitcoin dominance, right? And you see that it's very close to the bull market lows, right? So close to the bull market lows. Every time we have approached, this is like just general, you know, level right here, we have always gotten rejected. And what happens when you get rejected? You know, Bitcoin, you know, altcoins lose a lot of money, right? Altcoins lose a lot of their valuation. And when that happens, you're going to lose money. So use this as a guide to take your profit and run, right? Take your profit, get out of the market and wait. Like, sure, there might be a chance that, you know, we might get, you know, just keep going down. But fact of the matter is that the odds are against you in this case. So seriously, use Bitcoin dominance, right? All these charts are here, right? Use them, right? You have Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin volatility index, right? It's been like really reset for a very long amount of time. Whenever you see this thing reset, you know, do your analysis on Bitcoin, right? Figure out where's the next point of liquidity going to be. And once you figure that out, go take a look at Bitcoin volatility index, right? Does it line up with your analysis? Take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Does that line up with your analysis? If it does, you know, get out of the markets. Like, there is no reason why you should be caught in an event like this. Absolutely no reason at all. You know, that's just a little bit of a rant from me. At the end of the day, I just want you guys to be successful, and you know, there's just a lot of very simple things that you guys need to learn. And you know, seriously, go study up on how market makers work. Market makers are what moves the markets. Until you understand that and you learn to trade with them and not against them, you are probably going to find yourself struggling in these markets, right? So learn it. And I'm not going to say that my place is going to be the best place to learn, but I definitely do talk about it. But if I were to refer you guys to a few people, you know, check out this guy called the Inner Circle Trader, right? He teaches you a lot, right? And the moderators from our Discord group, which I'm going to give a shout out to, right? This guy, Dean, Moonshadow, and Muffin Man, as well as the rest of the moderators, right? These guys started their journey like pretty much during the May crash, right? They have not been in the markets they've been in the markets for less than a year, basically. And, you know, they're already doing like really, really well. This guy, yeah, you know, just massive shout out to these people. And, you know, just word of advice for you guys. If you guys, like, 6 months is all it takes. 6 months is all it takes to get really proficient at, you know, trading, right? To learn the majority of the things that work in trading and to get good at this, right? 6 months is all it takes. All you need to do is take it seriously for 6 months, right? Don't go, oh, today I don't feel like learning, so I'm not going to learn. Or today I don't feel like working, so, you know, oh, I'm tired, you know, I'm tired from work. You know, take it seriously, right? Every day, dedicate a set amount of hours. Doesn't need to be a lot, right? Dedicate an hour or two. It's not much, right? You could watch 1 hour less of YouTube or TikTok or something. I mean, other than mine, of course. I mean, still continue to watch my videos, but you get a point. 6 months is all you need, seriously. So, you know, go search up YouTube. I have not watched this series myself yet, but the members of my Discord group have been raving about it. So go check out, go search this up, right? Beat the market maker method, I think, or BTMM. I forgot who this is by, but check it out, right? Members of the Discord group have been raving about it, and maybe you guys could learn a thing or two about it, right? Just, I'm going to end it at this, right? If you stuck until this point in the video so far, I thank you. The video today has been very unorganized, to say the least, and I do apologize for that. I'm just coming back from being sick, so do forgive me. Hopefully there will be more regular video updates. There might not be. This could be the only video for this week, but I'll try my best. I'm still recovering. For now, remember to follow me on the Twitter, right? That's going to be where I'm sharing a lot of the good stuff, and make sure you check out the private Discord group if you want to take your trading seriously and sort of level up, right? For now, seriously, thank you for watching until this point. Happy New Year to all of you guys, and let's make this another year of absolutely legendary gains. I promise I'm going to take you guys to make a lot of money this year. So stick around, subscribe if you want more of this kind of content. For now, may the gains be with you, and peace.